Hello everybody, welcome back to another tarot reading. There might be some background noises because first of all the dog is having her dinner right beside me and people below me are having some type of kids party. I don't know, but sometimes there might occasionally be some noise in the background, although I've noticed that whenever I say that I don't actually hear it in the background, so that's good I guess. Anyway, today I want to do a reading on the case of the Jamison family disappearing. It's a case where a whole family packed up and drove into a forest somewhere, and initially they could only find the car with a bunch of belongings and valuables inside, including the dog, who thankfully made it, and the people themselves were completely gone. Then 4 years later they found some skeletons and they figured that that was indeed the Jamison family, but nobody knows why they went there, what they were going there with all their valuables for, because I believe they had quite a lot of money on it, but nobody tried to break into the car or anything like that. Nothing was stolen as far as we're aware, and they just drove off and went into the forest, never to be seen again. So I wanted to do a reading about that today, and we're going to start off with the Vice Versa Tarot deck, which has 2 sides to every card, and also you can reverse it and everything, so there's like 4 different ways you can read it. And if you want anything clarified, I also have this ink tattoo type of deck here. I'm not really sure if that's the name, Ink Tarot or something along those lines, but pretty sure you can find it under that name somewhere on Amazon or something. So it has mostly these tattoo-like cards, which are very interesting to read. I like them, very pretty. I haven't used them in a reading before, so I thought today I would try it. So as per usual, my usual spiel that I say every video, I am an intuitive reader, so if I see something in the cards, I'll tell you that. And if you see something else, make sure to mention that in the comment section below, so we can have a little discussion or just get more information all around, which is, I think, win-win. So let's just go ahead and shuffle this deck and see what cards we get for the Jamison family and the reason why they disappeared. And as soon as I get a bunch of cards, we'll go take a look. Okay, looks like this is gonna be it. Let me just move them around a little bit so we have them nice and even-ish. There, first card that came out was the Moon reverse, so that's like secrets. Usually I would say secrets that are being exposed, because the moon does tend to expose it, but this felt more like there are things definitely being hidden even now that people just don't know. And it's right next to the world, so the world doesn't know anything yet. The world is upright though, so that's okay. At least there aren't too many things, I guess, hidden. But the travel card is also reversed next to, what's this? Let me flip this over for a second. This looks like the King of Swords, but the King of Swords reversed, and the back side. Because the King of Swords is usually somebody who speaks the truth, and in this case reversed, like facing away from us and upside down. He's looking at a lot of destruction ahead of him. I think it comes across to me as having kept secrets from other people who may have otherwise have advised against it, which I'm currently reading this 3 of Wands as, because it's right next to each other like this. Like this one with the 3 of Wands seems to me like, okay, they were going on a journey and they knew perhaps what the outcome was going to be, but they didn't want anybody to know about it. And I think also he put a bit of a brave face on it, because we have here the Knight of Wands. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Reversed though, so that's somebody who is doing stuff like trying to fix things like, aha, I'm the knight in shining armor, I know how to fix this thing, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. But it wasn't quite the right action to perform. We have here a keeping of harmony, and also I think these 2 cards are pointing towards wanting to preserve harmony and preserve, I guess, the wealth of the family for some reason. So it's like they were, at least the male in this situation, because you do see the male sitting here, I feel like he was really thinking he was going to fix something, and that whole trip was going to be about that. But what it is exactly that he was planning to fix and how, by taking the entire family out for a drive with all their valuables and dog, no idea. Maybe like I'm getting the impression that they were maybe looking for a fresh start or something. But let's take a look at our second row. We do here have the 9 of Pentacles reversed and back, like the back side of it. It's almost looking like, looking at the first row here as well, this is the trying to preserve stuff, and this more looks like the outlook of the future, at least what they thought was going to happen if they didn't take action. Like the future looked bleak, it looked like they were going to lose their financial independence, something along those lines. We have here a reversed card again, and this looks like justice. Okay, so this is justice reversed and the backside. So not only is it upside down, it's also backwards. So we're looking at things going outside of the usual law. Like, I don't think he was going to be able to call the police, for instance, to have something fixed. This is beyond, like, outside the law, basically, outlaws. And we also have here the back of the devil. Now the devil in this case, I kind of saw that as an addiction of a sort. Usually it is some type of manipulation and or keeping yourself trapped in something, usually willfully trapped. And maybe they were planning to kick this addiction because it was starting to get in the way of the harmony and the balance between two people. And maybe this also signifies that they were breaking up with somebody, like there's somebody who was tying them to a certain type of behavior that they were planning on saying goodbye to. And over here it looks like somebody lost their crown because we have the Six of Wands. Yeah, the Six of Wands reversed. Now normally Six of Wands is somebody who is being celebrated and they're like at the top of the world, top of the game. But over here it's reversed. So this person that they might be saying goodbye to, which might be represented by this reversed Knight of Pentacles as well, was somebody who I guess lost favor with them, or perhaps they lost favor with this other person and that's why they were like out there trying to fix something, or at least trying to get away from somebody perhaps. Let's see if we can get anything about that. So far we have the story of somebody trying to fix something, keeping a brave face in the light of the world, the reversed King of Swords, the backside even, and just hiding it and trying to fix things real quick in order to save some harmony and perhaps a future, financial future. And maybe if we can go ahead to the Ink Tarot over here, we can find out a little bit more about this one, reverse justice and the devil right next to each other. Let's see if we can find anything about that. Got a couple of cards. Yep. Six of Cups. Okay, that's like a childhood thing, or at least some type of past memory. And the Empress is here, so that might be a motherly figure. I don't know how that relates to these two. I don't think their parents were related, but this is definitely a childhood thing. Like Six of Cups is very much childhood memories, things of the past, usually things that you look upon fondly. And then of course the Empress is the nurturer, and somebody who takes care of you usually, and particularly next to the Six of Cups, the mother. In this case, I don't know why the mother's coming up here. I mean, they were already financially dependent, they had their own life and their own family, so I'm not really sure what this is about. We'll put them over here. Maybe we'll get more information in a bit, how that ties in. So we're looking at something about the reversed upside down Justice card and the Devil card reversed. Oop. Got a few cards there. Let's see, we have here the Chariot reversed as well. Actions taken and trying to get things moving but unable to do so. Justice reversed again. This looks like a couldn't move forward or backward type of situation over here. That's why we're getting Justice reversed twice and the Chariot reversed as well, which kind of matches if I just put this down here. Let me just move these guys over here. Put that there. This reversed Knight of Wands has similar energies, almost looks the same as well. Well, somewhat the same. Not quite, but you know, there's a movement here and they're trying to get things done, but it's not going quite well. So I think they may have wanted to protect somebody, or somebody may have been trying to protect them. Like the Empress energy could very well be the person who thought up the idea to go do this in order to preserve something. Still not quite clear. Let's take a look at the Devil card. What can we get for the Devil card here? Oops. One right now. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is walking away. So we're walking away from something. And I think in relation to the Devil card, that definitely means like, okay, I've had enough. This needs to end. Maybe they were a part of something. There have been rumors and speculation that they were part of some type of group that they were trying to leave. Can we maybe see something about that? what is this about? What are they leaving behind? Although, of course, I am, once again, going back to wanting to start a new life somewhere. That might have been what they wanted. A whole bunch came out. Let's shuffle this little mini stack. Let's see if we can get anything from here. Which cards want to pop out over here? Whoop, this one. Anything else? These guys. Okay. Who is this? The Star reversed. Okay, so the first impression I got from this card is that people were not looking at him the way he used to be looked at, losing some, I don't know if you call that admiration. It's also over here with the, I think it's these two combined, actually. Let me just grab that for a second. Look. They were definitely losing favor in somebody's eyes, I think, and maybe they were trying to fix it because of that, and perhaps the Empress came up because of that as well, and also the Six of Cups, like, I don't remember you being like this, what's happening with you, I need you to stop that, and they came up with this plan to stop that, and it just went horribly wrong. Eight of Cups walking away, put that over there. Who do we have here? We have the King of Swords again, once again upright, and the Ten of Swords reversed. Okay, so that's more like a lot of anxiety, like not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel or the silver lining, but really, again, once again, making sure to be the spokesperson here. They were going to go and talk to somebody, I believe, like, okay, they were going to try and talk their way out of this, but they didn't feel too good about it. Now, we don't really see much of what happened. Like, why did they abandon the car? What happened between the spot where they parked the car and where they were eventually found several years later? Was that even related? No, this deck doesn't want to talk. Let's move back to vice versa. See if they want to say anything about the part where they left the car and ended up in the spot where they were found. Oop. Okay, here's a Chariot reversed again. They keep coming back. Always have that with this particular, at least these readings in particular. Where's my other Chariot gone? Here. Chariot reversed again. So they were definitely trying to move and shake something, but it wasn't working. Here we have a King of Wands facing us this time. King of Wands is somebody who knows what he wants, so I think this is the person they were trying to face off with, and perhaps that didn't go too well. Well, perhaps, probably, because otherwise it would have survived. We also have here, this looks like the Queen of Wands, so there may have been more than one person that they were confronting. Matter of fact, we've got a royal couple right here that they were perhaps trying to convince that they needed to be let out of something. What else do we have here? Whoops, see. That's a lot. Okay, we got several cards here. For instance, this is the Magician, somebody who is definitely able to get things done. We also have the Two of Wands here. There's some plans coming up that they were looking to act upon. We also have here the High Priestess, which I'm taking as a spiritual inclination, and also the Tower reversed. Is this the front or the back? This is actually the back of the Tower. Oh, that's interesting. Because on the front of the tower you see the usual image of people falling and stuff being on fire, but in the back we see almost like the demigod being hit, and then you got these two sphinxes down there, like and you can see that the tower is hollowed out, so maybe that's trying to signify that it was all a lie, particularly with these two right next to each other. It's like they were trying to confront these two about the fact that they weren't too sure that the whatever it is that they were in charge of was really what they were looking for, and something happened that made them go, I don't really want to be in this anymore, and this needs to stop, and that did not go well. That announcement they were leaving was not appreciated, is what I'm seeing here. So I'm thinking also Six of Cups is telling me that they probably knew each other for a long time, so this is not a recent development. Maybe this is somebody that he knew, at least one of these two he knew growing up as well, and they kind of like got into the same thing because of that. Like, hey, they were looking for new members, and this guy's like, hey, we've known each other for such a long time, why don't you go check out our meeting sometime and then see if you like it, and if you like it, make sure to stay. And obviously, if this was like a cult situation, then you have like a certain love bombing that happens at the start, and then you're supposedly able to leave anytime you want, but of course every time you try to leave they try to pull you back in with all sorts of fun words and nice gestures, of course. and then you find yourself stuck. So I'm guessing that is what I'm seeing here in many different ways, like they were trying to get out of it. Perhaps the Empress here is the mother seeing him going down a path, thinking, this is not you, this is not for you, you need to do something. That's why he was walking away with the Eight of Cups over here and trying to tell the world that everything was fine, when in the meanwhile they were really like struggling to get out of this situation. That's what I'm seeing. And then these two did not appreciate that, and they have certain ways of getting things done with their own plans right here for their own world, I guess, worldview. So that's what I'm seeing. That's an interesting story. Hope you liked it. And if you have any ideas of readings that I could do in the future, make sure to let me know that as well. In any case, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And bye-bye for now.